Hello there, everybody, and welcome into the LFC Transfer Room. I am Jack, joined today by Anthony for what should be or what was a thrilling but stressful match. Anthony, how are you doing after that match?
Mate, my heart is still beating from the second half. It's such a fast paced match. Well, the second half was, but yeah, I'm kind of satisfied with the point.
That is going to be the majority of the discussion. If you're on Twitter and you can hear us, you can see us. Let us know. I can't really see you, but if you have any thoughts on the match, drop them in the comments down below. Your man of the match. Should we have done things differently? I think that's probably let's start with the first half, Anthony. So that first half was not fun in comparison to the second. I think outclassed in almost every aspect of the game. Was that a byproduct of a bad lineup, bad, performance? What did you see from that first half?
No, so I was on pre-match with Charlie. I was saying I think this was kind of the perfect team, except I would have played Firmino instead of Jota. But even if Firmino played instead of Jota, I don't think it would have changed the first half that much. But it was just we were just really slow. There was no pressing going on. We were just letting City kind of bypass us. So, like when Bernardo Silva went on that crazy run, Henderson was just standing still. Like you shouldn't be letting those things happening. Letting those things happen. Sorry, and we're just too complacent. But luckily we switched up in the second half.
Yeah, and that change for the second half. What did you see for that? What was that? I mean, it was probably Klopp just giving the players a good old fashioned yelling. What changed, man? It seemed like it was a completely different performance in that second half.
We will never know what Klopp says in the dressing room, I guess. But obviously, it is all down to Klopp, wasn't it? But the players just looked ready to go in the second half. Maybe had the odd moment where they were still standing about and being complacent, but the energy just changed, and even the atmosphere got more louder and beaming in the second half. And first half, it was just we were just silent. You could hear the City crowd more than Anfield, but nah. Just it's good to see that we can kind of play bad in the first half, still keep a clean sheet, and then bounce back from that and obviously
Mhm.
perform well.
Yeah. Before we get into specific moments, actually, let's get into specific moments before I ask that question. So that first goal for Mane, unreal run from Salah, tremendous dribbling all over the day, but that feed to him, Mane, I think that was a huge goal for him because he has been getting, I think, like the scrappy goals in a match later on. So that one I think really was um, important. I can't see comments on this platform, but I've just seen a comment. I didn't see your tag. Sorry, but second half executed the game plan much better. So I'm trying to read the comments on Twitter on my phone. So FYI there. But that Mane goal, Anthony, what did you see on that one?
This was like prime Liverpool from 1920. Fast paced counter attack, or not even a counter attack, was it? It's just fast paced attacking play. Salah, Mane, quick ball from Salah, and it's fast. That's what we just. That was what was going to break Manchester City down. Just fast play because their defense it is good, but
Mhm.
that's their weakness. And Salah just took over. And yeah, Mane, fantastic movement all match. I think Mane was brilliant. Same with Salah, obviously. Salah was probably the man of the match. But it's good to shut some people up. It's annoying hearing Mane getting criticised every week. I think he's been very well this past few months, even
I
towards
agree.
the end of last season. And that finish today was just fantastic.
I 100% agree, and I agree with Jesse on YouTube. There's a link on the Twitter to head over to the YouTube. We can't see the Twitter comments, but if you head over to YouTube, get involved in the comments down below. Um, I think that Mane, I'm 100% agreeing with you. I hate when people say that a player is finished, or they say that a player is, not themselves anymore. I think that this was a great goal for him to really kind of up the performance. Um, so then there was the Foden goal, which I'm forgetting who fed it to him. It might have been De Bruyne.
Jesus.
It was Jesus. It was Jesus.
Yeah.
Um, that was a great finish by him. Should Milner have done a bit better on the far post? I thought it was just a good finish.
I think it was one of those where it's just annoying looking back. It's like Milner could have done better, but it's just fantastic from Foden. Foden was brilliant all match. To be fair, he caused Milner havoc, but he was the one player. He always scores against us, doesn't he, Foden? But we just need to somehow find his weakness. I guess if Trent was playing there, maybe it would have been
Mhm.
more defensively solid. But yeah, Foden was crazy today.
Yeah, when I talked to Sam Lee ahead of the match, who's writes for the Athletic about Manchester City, he said that Milner being there, he'd be deeper than Trent would, so maybe that's going to frustrate him a bit. But if it wasn't for that insane Salah goal for the second for Liverpool, I would have said Foden was my man of the match out of the two teams, like the best player on the pitch. But that goal for Salah, I mean, that was unbelievable, truly unbelievable. And when he got it, it was a bit like that goal against Napoli, a bit like that goal against Everton, where he just takes on a guy, and he is the best player in the world in my eyes right now.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
wax lyrical about Mo.
I can't believe you not mentioned the Spurs goal. I thought it was like a replica of it.
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
That one. Maybe it wasn't Napoli. It was more so the Spurs one. Yeah.
What I was going to say something then I forgot. Fold. Oh, we all thought Jack Grealish was going to be on the left wing, so I thought Milner would have dealt with him a lot better. I thought Jack Grealish was awful today.
Oh, he was.
But Foden, my God, that guy's just something else, isn't he?
He's unbelievable. I 100% agree, Jesse. I think Mane, is he at the level he once was? No. Is he still 100% one of the best players in the world? Yes. But it's very hard to maintain those very lofty, heights that you once had. But that Salah goal, I mean, I think only other player in the world who can recreate that maybe is Lionel Messi from that right wing. Give him whatever he wants in the contract. 500 grand a week plus bonuses. I don't care. It ain't my money. Keep him at the club.
It's crazy, man, how we've not given him a new contract. This is like, the thing is, Salah's, I think he's kind of like Ronaldo, where this guy could keep going on till he's about 30, 35, late 30s, 40 years old, because he's just so fit. Like, and why we're not giving him the money is just crazy. And what a goal. I think, did you watch the EA reactions where Salah's one got cut out? Where he was complaining and Robertson was telling him, oh, you need to fix up basically this season. And what a finish. I was screaming, man.
That was unreal. I was watching with my dad, and we were just like, I was like jaw dropped. I couldn't believe that it had happened. It was unbelievable. And I saw that video actually. Maybe those rating drops are going to motivate the players to be better. Allison. So we've talked a lot about a lot of positive things, but there were a lot of negative sides as well. I think that De Bruyne goal, a good element of fortune in it, deflecting off of Matip. But I think that, I'll get your thoughts on it before we go a bit deeper. That De Bruyne goal off of the Matip deflection.
It was just a kind of scrappy goal, wasn't it? Like, there's a few interceptions and so on and so on. But I still love Matip, but could he have done better? Maybe just don't go for the ball, but it just probably natural instinct that he probably would have went for it. Alisson, it looked like he was going to save it, didn't it? So that's the only thing that's kind of like, well, we should have came away with 3 points, but we did kind of well defensively to an extent, because even in the first half, City were pressing us, and we still kept a clean sheet against them. But that second half, the goals we conceded, I mean, the second one, like you just mentioned, was just a very sloppy goal, and it was just like had Brentford vibes all over. We kind of need to fix those stupid goals that we concede.
Before that Brentford match, the only goal we conceded was that header to Havertz, where I think it was Robertson or Tsimikas just completely lapsed on the front post. So I think that, once we can get those goals better cleaned up, I think that's going to come with more minutes for Van Dijk, Matip, and him working together a bit more. Milner obviously a right back, and we had quite a few number of players out. We had Thiago out, we had Trent out. Those are two starters that you're missing. Let's talk about the replacement for Thiago in the midfield, Curtis Jones. I thought he was just a solid 6 out of 10 performance. Didn't do anything crazy, didn't make any glaring errors, but he was more of a passenger than he was an active role in the team.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. He was like, he could have put anyone else there and they could have done the same job. Like, he didn't really do anything special. I think he got the assist for the Salah goal, but it doesn't really count as an assist. But nah, he didn't do anything special. He didn't lose the ball that often. He was just there. I personally, I think it was a fantastic match for him to start in, but given his performance, I would have put Naby Keita on in the second half.
Yeah, so I think, were there only 2 subs made? Gomez and Firmino, right? There wasn't.
Yeah.
I think so. The midfield was interesting. Henderson. People were saying he had a bad performance. I don't think he had a bad performance. I just think it wasn't. It wasn't the greatest.
I think in the first half, especially, the problem with Henderson is he just switches off at a certain point, so he'll forget to track back or forget to mark his man, and those moments will cost us in matches, and it costed us against Brentford definitely, and maybe for De Bruyne's goal, someone could have been there at the edge of the box to clear it, and they weren't. But Henderson, he went awful, but he wasn't good today at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. So up front, Jota, I thought he had a decent day, but I mean, again, the front three didn't get a ton of service. And I think Matip actually, I mean, there was Jota's lone shot came off of a great pass from Matip, like right through the center of the pitch. I think Matip was very, very good today. If he didn't have the deflection on the goal, I would have made him as a sneaky contender for man of the match.
Yeah, Matip, you love it when he goes on these little dribbles, doesn't he? Like his little adventures. He's so good at it as well. It's so weird, but he was just fantastic. But just that one deflection just kind of set back his performance a bit. But I mean, we shouldn't really take away anything from his performance. I guess him and Van Dijk were fantastic at the back.
I want to hit him. Sorry,
Anthony.
Oh,
no,
I want to hit on some comments real quick. So Mohamed Salah from Saeed here saying pay him what he wants. I think my camera might just cut out. Can you still see me, Anthony?
I can still see you.
Okay, it cut out on my end for a second there. But yeah, they're saying I agree. Pay him what he wants. And I want to hit on two comments, one from Saeed, one from Jesse. Midfield got outrun. We're missing our genie. I was thinking this exact same thought in that first half. A guy who can't lose the ball, just retains the ball in the midfield and helps, everyone around him. I think this was the match where we really, really missed Genie Wijnaldum. I'm interested in your thoughts on that, Anthony.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there's moments where I said it after the Brentford match. I thought, would we have scored those goals with Gini Wijnaldum in the team? Probably not. But these are the kind of matches where he needs to slow down the pace a bit, because even towards the end, where we're just hoofing the ball up and giving Man City the ball, he's the one who would control the ball, pass it backwards, and obviously we've got possession now, so we're on the attack. But yeah, I do think we still miss Gini. As Jesse just said, but like Saeed mentioned, our midfield got outrun today, and maybe that's because Thiago's not there. I think Thiago would have been perfect for this match as well, alongside Henderson. But yeah, I still miss Gini Wijnaldum.
Yeah, I think there's just one meme that always circulates on Twitter where it's like you have three segments of the pitch. You have the defense, you have the midfield, you have the forwards. The forwards score goals, the defenders defend, and the midfield is just like some squiggly lines where it's like nobody knows what happens here.
Yeah.
But I think really, you mentioned also, at the end of the match, we were just hoofing it forward. We needed someone to kind of stabilize with the ball. Curtis clearly was a bit shaky on the ball because he's still young, still not great. Henderson, that's not his game. Fabinho, in the second half, he was on the ball a bit more, and that's when his performance and our performance, really ticked up when he was able to get the ball in some more space to work.
And he had the opportunity at the end, didn't he, for the open goal? I feel like, Gary, did you listen to the commentary as well?
I'm in America, so I was here in the American end.
Oh, okay. Like Gary Neville, I think it's been harsh on him. I thought Rodri done really well to track back. He didn't have much time to kind of get the shot away. But Fabinho, he played awful first half. Don't get me wrong, but second half he kind of switched up. And towards the end, he looked like he had, I don't know what was wrong. He didn't want the ball, did he? Like he was just.
Yeah, that open goal was. I think I agree with you. I don't think he did anything. So was Gary Neville going in on him, saying he should have done better?
Yeah, he was saying he should have finished it quicker, basically.
I don't know. I think that one, it comes to him so quickly. He's not a forward. He's not going to lash a foot out. I mean, if he lashed a foot out too quickly at it and put it wide, I'd be even more mad than if he tried to stabilize himself and finish it. It was just sometimes you gotta credit Rodri with a tremendous bit of defensive work. But yeah, you mentioned it, I think, slightly. Your man of the match for Liverpool was who?
Mo Salah, of course. The guy was unbelievable today. I think he's such a big game player, isn't he? When you need these kind of moments, I did think we were going to lose going into the second half. I thought the crowd was just quite dead, and he just kind of lifts everything up. He lifts the mood up. We got the assist for Mane's goal, which was fantastic. He chipped it over Rodri's leg and just took on just the beautiful pass. And then his goal, oh my word, just guy's unreal. He's like he said, he's the best player in the world at the moment.
He's unbelievable. I want to talk about a brief bit of controversy. So I think you mentioned maybe it was Cancelo or Rodri on the first goal where he kind
Yeah,
of
right.
skipped past him and didn't really make it too great a challenge. Something similar happened with Milner, but instead of like getting out of the way, he kind of just cleans him out on the left wing. I think that was a yellow card. I think he got very, very fortunate not to get sent off.
Milner had a stinker today, man. He was dreadful. He should have been sent off, but no complaints on our end. He played a big part in the second goal as well. I think he's one who won the throw in, passed it back to Jones, and then obviously Jones. The rest is history. But yeah, Milner today, that
See,
guy is shambles.
the way I describe it is I don't think the performance for him was bad. It's just that he's 35 years old going up against a 21-year-old
Yeah.
who's one of the really, really good player. And that was always going to be an issue back there. So I think, I mean, he could have been better, no doubt. But I don't think that it was, at times it was almost a doomed, from the start. I'm going to pull up the man of the match poll on the LFC Transfer Twitter. Go vote on it. The vote is currently Mohamed Salah, 95%. And then Allison 3, Mane 1, and Andy Robertson 1. I mean, it's a no brainer. I'm with you on that. Mohamed Salah, man of the match as well. So I want to hit now on how happy we are with this performance or with the result. Performance behind us, result here. We're second in the league, 15 points, still undefeated, 4 wins, 3 draws, no losses. But we're a point behind Chelsea, who have 5 wins, draw, and a loss. That draw coming to us, of course. How it's a point. I think if you offered me a point against Man City before the match, I might have taken it. But now that we've seen the performance, seen everything that happened, Anthony, are you happy with the point that we got?
Before the match, no. I think this was a match where we need to like kind of put our foot down and say we're the main title contenders this season. And I thought it was an easy 3 points, to be honest. Not easy, obviously, but I think we should have got the 3 points. The atmosphere and everything. City can't cope with it normally. Whenever they come to Anfield, obviously last season they won 4-1, but there was no crowd and we're playing Henderson at centre back.
Yeah.
But yeah, given the performance, especially the first half, I was satisfied with the point. I think towards the end as well, 90th minute, where you're just thinking, keep the ball, just don't try and attack or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they got corner from it. Just need to stop doing that nonsense, basically. And the point, looking back, is not bad, especially considering playing the champions.
Yeah, I agree. I think that through the first 7, we've drawn with Chelsea and Man City, our 2 toughest opponents. We've won our first 2 Champions League matches. I'm really happy overall with how the season has started off. But I already mentioned it a little bit, that I would have taken a point before the match, I think. And so to get the point after that performance, especially after the first half, I was really afraid heading the second one, where I was saying, they were deserving of a goal. They created a lot of good chances. We didn't look incredibly great. And credit goes to them. I think Guardiola set them up very, very well.
Yeah. I think Jesse brought up a good comment as well, sorry.
The most recent one, this one?
Mm-hmm. So, like, even we had injuries as well, didn't we? So, no Trent, no Thiago.
Yeah.
So, a draw's not the end of the world, but like they said, 2 amazing goals. And exactly, our defense was just, this for the second goal especially, they're just sloppy errors, man. We shouldn't be conceding those goals given, like, the personnel we've got at the back, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is what it is. And so I think I'm not remembering 100% the wording I had earlier on, but was that a bad defensive performance in your eyes?
I don't think it was like shocking, but they were just like, they just need to kind of switch on for certain moments. The first goal, Milner need to switch on, but obviously he's not a natural right back, is he? So I don't want to go too in on him. I thought he was kind of picked on, especially Pep must have said, Foden, like, go on, attack him and see what happens. But the second goal, especially, I think we should have easily defended against it. Yeah,
I think it was better than Brentford, for sure.
Yeah,
but I mean, anything would have been better than that.
Anything's better than that.
Oh my god, I saw that one. It upsets me more. If we were 5-2-0 with draws to Man City and Chelsea, I'm over the moon with that first 7 matches heading into the international break. But that one is going to irk me until the end of the season that you're not able to pull 3 in that one.
That was shocking, man.
Unbelievable. So heading into the international break, I'm going to look at our schedule really quick, and then we'll get out of here.
I think our next 4 points are all away from home as well.
I think you are correct in that.
So
Yes.
we've got Watford next.
Yes. So the next match we've got is, I want to bring this up for Jesse actually really quick, on Virgil. I thought he was okay today. I thought he I think it was it Souness who made the comment? I don't know if I misheard the quote where it's like it's a Rolls Royce who's been in the shop and had a bit of repairs done, and it's not come back 100% the same. I think he's looked good, but he's not been at the same level he was before the injury. I think that's how I'll phrase that.
Yeah, definitely. I think people were kind of being a bit too harsh on him. They were saying he's not going to be the same from when he comes back. But yeah, like they've mentioned, he looked really sloppy against Brentford, and today when Bernardo Silva done that run, he tripped over his own feet, didn't he? But he's fine. I think we shouldn't really doubt Van Dijk or Matty.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not doubting him. I'm just
yeah.
To match such heights is very difficult as well. But so our next 4 matches, as you mentioned, all the way from home: Watford, Atletico Madrid, Man United, and then Preston in the Cup. I think I'm glad we're opening with Watford out of the break. But I'm optimistic in all 4 of those matches. That should be 12 points and 9 points in the win of the Cup. I don't know how you're feeling.
Watford have just sacked their manager as well. I think he's left. It got announced either today or yesterday. But obviously, I don't want the 3-0 to haunt the players. What happened a couple of seasons ago, but no, it should be an easy win. That match was just dreadful, wasn't it? It was like it was no, let's skip past it. But yeah, Atletico Madrid. I think that'll be our toughest match. Suarez is firing in. They got Griezmann back, João Felix, Man United. I think we'll breeze past them. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's gonna hype up Ronaldo, blah blah blah. But come on, Van Dijk's gonna have him in his back pocket. And Preston, easy win.
I agree with you. I think that I'm excited to see how we face against Madrid because they have got some good players. You know, Suarez, obviously Griezmann. They have a good setup going over there. But you know, just Vicarage Road, man. Last time we were there, just bad memories.
3 awful goals. Never mind. I don't want to go on a rant about Watford.
Look, we know what. We'll focus our negative energy on that match when it comes to it.
Yeah.
We have a few weeks without football. The last thing I'll ask you is, entering the season, I think, were you on our season predictions show? I think you were.
I was.
And you were confident, that Liverpool could win the title?
I said I reckon we'll storm the league.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
If not in this video, then in another one, or that video, in another one. How happy are you 7 matches into the Premier League season? 2nd place, 15 points.
It's tough because looking like before the match, I would have taken 3. Not taken. I think we would have deserved 3 points against City and Chelsea. But given the performances, I think getting away with a point against the champions of Europe and champions of England isn't the worst thing in the world. But I'll say only the Brentford match kind of plays back my kind of expectations of what's to come in the league. But no, I'll say we should be pretty satisfied. We know we've played the 2 best teams in the country, except us. But yeah, we're 2nd in the league, or no problems.
No problem. I agree. Well, it was a interesting match. Fun, I think, for the neutrals, not necessarily fun for our heart rates. So I think that it was a good one, and I enjoyed this post-match stream. So that's how we'll end it for our pre-post-match content for a while. We'll be back after the international break. We'll have videos in the meantime, so make sure to subscribe on LFC Transfer and follow us on all our social medias, LFC Transfer. For myself, Jack, and for Anthony, thank you very much for joining us today for our post-match reaction stream. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 2. Enjoy the rest of your